You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hi, thanks for coming to watch the video from Carolina Varsity. We're going to take a look at a big Mecca game, Mallard Creek going over to play Hough.
And I tell you, you got the score from last year, and we knew what happened in the regular season matchup, and that was a Hough victory.
Yep.
And then Mallard Creek got their revenge in the playoffs. So these two teams have a nice history.
Yeah.
And, Mallard Creek's coming off of 2 games. They played West Charlotte and Hopewell the last 2 games. Kind of a reset from that tough opening season schedule that they had. And Hough right now is battling a lot of injuries. They're playing a lot of young kids. And, I saw them in person a couple weeks ago when they played Argykill. And the big thing with them is they run the football a good bit. And you would think with Gibbs, they're throwing the ball more, but they're not throwing it as much as I thought they would. And I think the key for them is in this game, they have got to make plays in the passing game because you're not going to just line up and run the football right at Mallard Creek.
Right.
In the loss they had to South Point and Rock Hill, they had a very athletic quarterback that can make plays. And, Gibbs can throw the football. He's very accurate, but he's not
not a dual threat.
Yeah, right. So they've got to be able to throw the football down the field and make plays. That's going to be tough for that Hough offense to do it, but it's got to happen for them. They're going to pull the upset. Conversely, for Mallard Creek, these last 2 games, you really can't say much. That they did what they were supposed to do, and they beat struggling programs. And it's a couple steps up in competition, obviously with Hough. But they've got to control the line of scrimmage. They got to eliminate penalties, and they got to protect the football. I don't think if they don't turn the football over, they play smart football. They play to their strengths. I said on the forum, I think they win by 2 to 3 touchdowns here. Argykill really ran the football on Hough. They had over 200 yards rushing, close to 300 yards rushing, which I was surprised to see when I saw them a couple of weeks ago. So, Mallard Creek definitely has a bigger line than Argykill.
They most definitely do.
And they've got, similar talent at running back, if not better. And, I think you come out and you pound them and make Hough stop you in the running game. And once they commit 8 guys in the box, play action, over the top.
Right.
Make the plays.
All right, my first comment, Bear made a comment. Bear 5034 made a comment about the offense, working over the last few weeks, getting things, and maybe this week they'll get things right. And 7th game of the season, you are what you are. I'm sorry, but offensive line's getting synced by 3rd game. No later than 5th game, but usually by the 3rd game of the season. Offensive lines have got all their little things worked out, what the guy next to them's doing, and you get all those things worked out. This late in the season, teams are what they are. The question is what Mallard Creek is, if I'm phrasing that right, is that enough for Hough to be able to capitalize and win? I don't think so.
Not with the injuries,
right.
I don't think.
No.
It's tough.
So last season, Hough beat Mallard Creek in overtime, 31-28 in regular season.
Yep.
And then in the playoff game, which I attended, I did not attend that game, but I was at the playoff game. Mallard Creek came out fired up, ready to play. Hough came out all businesslike, and they were beat 44-0. So no emotion, very flat, and I thought that was one of the problems they had in the Lake Norman game that I saw earlier this year, that the Lake Norman kids just kind of kept that energy up, and they just kind of fed off of it as things started going well for them. And the Hough kids never really showed that kind of emotion.
Right.
And I think that had a lot to do with it. Injuries in that loss. Injuries are hurting Hough. Mallard Creek's just big, physical. That defensive front seven is one of the best. Now, they're playing well. There's no get. They are what they are, and they are good. So that front seven is tough. If there's a weakness, it would be the secondary. That's not saying that there's a strong weakness in the secondary, but they're going to have to be able to attack that, because if not, if you just let those 7 guys come at you at will, that's going to be a tough night for Hough.
Yeah.
It obviously at the beginning of the season, this might look like a very tough and competitive ball game, but right now you really got to wonder about the injuries if Hough can keep it competitive.
Now Hough is coming off a bye,
yeah,
so that does help him a little bit. But the guys that got hurt are key players in their season-ending injuries.
Yes,
so they're done.
So unfortunately, but
we might be at this game. Me and Brandon might be at this game.
I hope you are.
Yeah.
Game's been moved to Thursday night, so we got a lot of good games Thursday night. I hope you are able to be there. All right, some people have commented. Let's get some more comments, and then we want to hear what's going on afterwards. Tweet us during the game too. I'm trying to keep up with it. Thanks for watching.